Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and in today's episode, the human-sized toenail is back, and well, rounder than ever. I don't even know if rounder is a word to be quite honest, but we're just gonna go with it, because in my opinion, it's a perfect word to describe Big Ed, even though there's a plethora of words to describe this man. But anyways, in today's video, Big Ed basically joins a Zoom call, and what we're gonna see is him shit on absolutely everyone, and essentially Big Ed just goes on a complete rampage. But wait, Big Ed is not the only individual in this video, because it also features the greatest simp of all time, aka the guy who literally pays to talk to a girl on the internet, as well as a lady named Lisa, who miserably fails in attempting to embarrass Big Ed. But anyways, before we get into the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe, because if you do, rumor has it that Big Ed will personally ship you a supply of mayonnaise. But anyways, let's get right into the video and let's see how No Neck Ed strives for himself.
And I apologize that it didn't work out, and I still love you. I'll always love you, and I'll always love Prince. My intention wasn't to hurt you.
So she's just not having it at all. She's like, you know what, Big Ed, you lost all your chances when you forced me to take an STD test, shave my hairy legs, and best of all, said that my breath smells like absolute garbage. And one thing I think we all gotta appreciate here is how sophisticated Big Ed looks, with his nice dress shirt and big glasses, as well as his non-existent neck, of course. And I found a comment for all you haters out there, and the comment basically says I would strangle Big Ed, but the only problem is I do not know where. Which is pretty true, to be honest, especially how he looks through the Zoom call.
I'm having some flashbacks of, similar situations that I've dealt with in the past with my relationships. Right now, I'm really feeling what Rose is going through. Big Ed, I understand what you're trying to say, but it's not coming across right. I think women should be honored and respected and treated like goddesses and queens. So, just stop.
I completely agree with what she's saying. It all sounds really nice and such, but the problem is I'm pretty sure she was exposed for being like the biggest drama queen on the show, which doesn't really help her case, to be quite honest. And not to mention, she's also tried dating many guys on the show, and she failed each time. But of course, it was the guy's fault each time. So let's see what other type of wisdom she has for us.
Because you know what? She's obviously very hurt right now, and if she wanted to move on, let her move on. She can date who she chooses, and you can't just dangle the carrot back in her face. A woman should feel, not chipped away at and stuff. And she's a queen in my eyes, and I will pass this barrette to you, darling. You are a queen. And stand strong. Thank you. And
yeah, so this lady right here just completely showed Big Ed how to talk to a lady in a proper manner and how to make her essentially smile, which is something Big Ed severely lacked within his relationship. So as the saying goes, Big Ed is probably punching air right now, and the steam coming out from his head is probably trapped within all the mayo within his hair. So that's one of the benefits of mayo. Not only does it make your hair look absolutely amazing like Big Ed's, but if you ever become super triggered, it will hide all your anger. But anyways, we're 1 minute into this shit, and it seems to be getting progressively worse for Big Ed. So let's see what else happens.
I'm not here to shame you, Big Ed, but you can't do that in a relationship. It's it needs to feel real, and it's not coming across genuine with you. I've dealt with that in my last 2 relationships. You loved her, then embrace her as a woman, put her on a pedestal. You were trying to outshine the relationship. It doesn't make sense.
I understand.
So here again goes the drama queen of the show, professing to Ed how to basically run his relationship, despite the fact that her last 2 failed miserably. But all jokes aside, Big Ed can take some tutoring lessons on how to better run his relationship, as well as how he interacts with people in his everyday life. And even though this isn't really relevant, I thought I might add, here on the panel you have Big Ed, the guy known for not having a neck. Below him you have Harley Quinn from Batman. To the right of her you have the greatest simp of all time, who is probably in debt now from all the money he paid to talk to that lady that ultimately broke up with him. And above him you have a future professor of love.
Understand that. I know, but look, I have trust issues. She wasn't being honest with me. I had the right to ask, and she wasn't being honest.
You being honest with her. 100%.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I lied about my height. 3 inches on my height. Okay, whatever.
Alright, so Big Ed is lying about his height now. So I'm truly curious to know what height he actually was. Judging my most videos of him, he probably stands around 5 feet tall. But let's do a quick Google search to just confirm this. And damn, he's 4'11", and he basically lied about being 5'2", guys. Which, you know, will make a huge difference in how Rose would view him. She's now gonna be like, oh my gosh, he's 5'2", what a tall man. But 4'11", hell no. Anything under 5 feet is just completely off the list. And I honestly think this is a point that a lot of guys struggle with, because let's be honest, nowadays a lot of women have like basic height requirements, which basically goes like this. If you're not 6 feet tall, you know, get out of my life. Which, you know, is just a big effing chat for the boys. But anyways, let's hop right back into this video and let's see how Big Ed essentially justifies his lie. Which, you know, I honestly don't think is that big of a deal at this point in time. But let's just find out.
Why didn't you tell her before you even went there that you didn't want kids? You knew she wanted that. Like, doesn't add up.
I'll tell you what. That was hindsight's wrong. I didn't want kids. Raising kids in America, as you know, you have 2 beautiful daughters. They're expensive. They cost money.
I think the problem was you were worried about the money.
You know, at this point in time, Big Ed's just a complete businessman. And you know, he views kids as, you know, at the end of the day, not a smart business decision. And as you know, the old saying goes, hindsight is 20/20. So looking back, of course now Big Ed acknowledges what he did was wrong. And I think these people are just triggered and they're just giving Big Ed a hard time for no reason. Because let's face it, he is now the most popular character on TLC. And like one of the biggest stars of the internet. But anyways, let's see how the rest of the video plays out. There's about a minute to go.
Not her.
Hey, you know what? Hey, don't point your finger at me. Hey, don't point your finger at me.
I'm protecting people that, you know what, have big hearts.
Alright, so Big Ed just pulled the elementary school teacher line, and the line commonly used by boomers alike. Hey, don't point your finger at me, man. But at the end of the day, this is a pretty good defense by Big Ed, and you just gotta love seeing Big Ed fend for himself and defend himself pretty well. But if this keeps up, you know, Big Ed might attack them, and let's face it, Big Ed has the ability to use 3 moves. The first, of course, being the cannonball. The second, of course, being the flying mayo attack. And the final attack, the most feared by many, is where he forces you to take a STD test.
Hey, can I ask Ed? Can I ask a question really quick, Ed? Do you feel as though, like, throughout your life you've had a problem with relaying information correctly?
Of course I have. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I wasn't thinking.
I'm going to stop you right there. I got a question, Ed. Are you going to sit here and tell me that you genuinely love Rose?
Alright, so Lisa, also known as Karen, is calling out Ed and basically questioning his love for Rose. But at the end of the day, she should be questioning her husband's love for her first, because he's texting other women heart emojis and basically saying I love you in his DMs, and then tries to justify it by saying it's for business purposes only, which we all know what that means.
Yes, I did love her. In my heart, I was in love with her. I was in love with her.
Why is Rose saying that you used her? That's what I want to know. Because it looks like you did use that poor soul.
Okay, well, that's your prerogative, and you have a right. You have a right. Hold on. You have a right.
No, don't tell me to hold on, Ed. For you to say the that you said to that woman, no American woman would ever put up with it. Trust me, no American woman would. You've cut your own throat with the American women.
But anyways, at the end of the day, if this beef does not get settled via Zoom call, I think we should honestly put these two in a boxing match together, and let's see who comes out victorious. And yeah, she basically grills Big Ed as the title suggests. And the weird thing is that at first, I read the title as Darcey drills Big Ed, which doesn't sound too pleasant. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I think Big Ed honestly did quite an amazing job in defending himself. That shit was like a 4v1 on the Zoom call, and Big Ed still managed to make it out alive without losing any of his dignity. But it was already lost kind of in the Philippines. But anyways, that's besides the point. If you guys do enjoy, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe, because if you don't, you'll be the next to be drilled by Darcey on a Zoom call. I honestly hope you guys all enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to see you guys all in my next video as well. I hope you guys have a great day.